I want to thank you, Ethan, for loaning me your Flat Stanley. We had to work before we could play, so he went with me on a couple of cabinet installations, and these were a couple of unusual ones. Not kitchens like normal, but we draw pictures to show what we want, and the cabinet companies make them, and then it takes a good installer to make it become reality. Say hi, Matt. Flat Stanley. He's going to help us put the glass in. There's Darren, the master installer. The customer had a flat Julie, so she let me have a picture with Stanley, and they got along smashingly. Then it was off to Texas to install a boot bench for my niece. Flat Stanley, here at the Buc-ees. My first time here, they just sang something over there. The Texas Roundup. Pretty impressive convenience store. Crazy. Well, after the 10-hour drive and filling up at Buc-ees, Stanley and I got the 4 cabinets installed quickly. We still had the paneling to go up here yet, but it went up quick and Megan couldn't wait to fill it with stuff. Well, we finished my niece and nephew's boot bench. It's 10 feet tall, 80 inches wide, and room for 4. We did a 5th coat hook in there, but they only had 4 on hand, so we gotta get the last one in. Flat Stanley says it was a lot of fun putting this one together. The beadboard was the hard part, wasn't it? But he thinks it looks pretty good, and so do I. Yep. Hey, say hi to Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
Then it was a 10-hour drive back home, but now it was time to play. So Stanley and I went to the Garden of the Gods and got our picture with Bigfoot. Howdy. Stanley and I. He's going to ride in my front pocket for this adventure. We're at Garden of the Gods. And I'm going to start off with the observation trail here. The Garden of the Gods is a really neat place, not far from where I live, about a 2-hour drive or 2.5-hour drive. And lots of neat rock formation. So I hope you like rocks, because there's some pretty cool rocks here. And so I'm going to show Stanley a neat geological area near my house. Just at the start here. We've got some, they call these licensing rings, something like that. Iron ore in the sandstone makes those ridges. The soft stuff wears away. Pretty cool looking. just get a glimpse of Camel Rock behind this column rock. There's a better view up ahead. But a pretty neat place here. There's a pretty good view of Camel Rock. I think Stanley agrees. This is a pretty cool spot. And you can, well, I shouldn't have to point out, but you can just see the camel there. It's pretty obvious to me. And a whole bunch of little licensing rings. I'm probably mispronouncing it. Have your teacher show you what those are. Alright? All this was formed when this whole place was underwater. Eventually, the water drained away and left this cool stuff. There's a devil smokestack. Just a big column of rock. Looks like another rock fell and got wedged in there. And there's a story on it. And once again, Stanley says he's never seen anything quite like this. That there, the yellowish part, that column, that's the devil smokestack from the side. It's more narrow, looking straight on at it, and more depth to it than it looked like. Look at them folks up there. Right up almost to the edge. Where those people are way over there, that's where we were when we could see Camel Rock. Now, I'm on the peninsula that leads to Camel Rock. On the other side of this boulder right here, which you could get to real easy, you go out there, but I'm scared of heights. I don't know about Stanley, but I ain't going out there. You want to go out there? He didn't say yes, so I'm going to take that as no. He doesn't want to go out there. Well, I was close. They're called Lisa Gang ring. Lisa Gang. And that explains how you get these whirly, swirly ridges that kind of remind me in some places, like this over here, of Picasso's Starry Nights. Maybe he saw something like this and got the idea. Oh wait, that wasn't Picasso, that was Van Gogh. I know more about rocks than famous artists, I guess. I've done this before. There's trails that go up, so you can get on top of these things too, if you want. Here's where a neat section of trail is. It's a one-way road. Just for a little way. That's a narrow little path. Pretty cool. Not too bad. Southern Illinois, and not Kentucky or Tennessee. Doing a pretty good mimic. Got a nice little rocky spot here. Sun's setting over that way, which means it'll rise over that way. Looks like a nice little spot to have a cup of coffee in the morning. Camp's right there. Well, here's home for the night. Got my bed thrown in the tent there. Sleeping pad, pillow, and sleeping bag. The outdoor vital tent, the wind's been blowing it around, man. A lot of people here today. Windy as heck. Brought the drone. Don't think that's gonna happen. Or at least I'll have to see if I can fly it upwind before any. It's too windy. But it is gorgeous. And for February, wow. So, anyway, gonna hang out here and read my book. Keep the fire going, because like I say I want it for an hour or so after darkness is here. And I'll probably make a nice freeze-dried dinner. I can't remember what I brought, but I know it's good. And that'll be that. See you tomorrow.